All right, we are going to hit all 50 of these presents, show the locations again. Hope this helps somebody get this thing knocked out for the week. Okay, number one, I'm going to put right over this. And then the present's going to be right there. Okay, that's one. And by the way, I've had a couple of people comment and say like they couldn't understand how I was getting some of the heights or some of the drives that I was making. If you're using your default key bindings inside of this game, your 1, 2, and 3 keys will actually change your driver. So like that's the 1, that's the 2, that's the 3. And the difference is that's a putter, that's a wedge, and that's a driver. So, you know, if you want to drive, like get up in the air, but go forward pretty hard, you want to use your 3. Putter, obviously, is what defaults to. 2 is going to help you jump, and then also your space bar will let you jump the ball up higher. So and this challenge, this weekly challenge, always comes set with those default settings. But you can always go into the custom game mode and turn those things on. So on this one, it's going to be right up here on the shrine. Oh, and I guess let me say this too. If you hit your L key, that will turn your light on. Now this map doesn't really need it because you're never really in a dark place. Maybe in the temple, I guess you could use it. Not 1 on 3, by the way. Oh crap. And then also the whole finding things. I've never really thought about that, but if you hit your V button, that's what'll let you do the view thing where you can like move around the map like this crazy. I haven't really had that in the comments, but that is another thing to know about to find these things, obviously. So, and then also like when I'm resetting there, there's 2 different keys you can use there. If you want to go all the way back to spawn, you can hit R, which is reset, and then F will put you back into the last place you did from. So if you have penalty strokes on it, though, it'll add 2 strokes every time you do that. Okay, this one's kind of weird. I said I was going to try to get this from spawn. I may actually try to 2 it, but it's just right there on the little house foundation. Yeah, that works good. So that was just a little 2 there. And then this will be a 3, by the way. And then there's the jump key. Again, I know that may seem silly to some people, but I've had a couple of not a ton, but a couple of comments, so maybe that helps somebody. I don't know. All right, on this one, we're going to putt up to the next platform here, and then it's behind the bird on the little island right there. May have to putt around to get this post out of my way, but we'll see. Nope. And see, I use that jump to like get forward and hit the thing instead of actually like bouncing out or whatever. So jump is pretty important in this game. You know, if you've got custom settings on. 6, we're actually going to go across and then go across to the next one as well. Maybe not hit the posts. That's probably helpful. No, no, don't slide off the side. Okay, we're going to stay on. Oh, look at there. I'm going to get a freebie. All right, and we're going to putt around the box here, and it's actually on the other side of the box. There's the present. Okay, so that's 5 of 15. All right, on hole 7, I'm going to do this normal. Normally, I try to shoot hard underneath this platform and then get all the way around. save some strokes, but this one I'm just going to show the natural path. So we're just going to putt off these first two platforms, get on the third one, and you can see the present right there on the bridge behind it. Never can get this hole right, so. Hey, I did good that time. Normally I hit it short the first time and barely missed getting up the actual incline to stay on the platform, but did good on that one. All right, 8's going to be weird. We're going to putt around. Oh, shit. I mean, crap. We're going to putt around. And then normally, you know, I usually fuss about having to go over this light. On this one, we're actually going to drop down underneath. I went way too far. I mean, no, that's exactly what I meant to do. And then it's going to be right there on the boxes. I guess I could just 2 up from here, yeah. All right, 9, we're going to put up onto the platform here. Well, at some point I'm going to put up onto the platform. There we go. We're going to go a little past the gong here, and it's the present's going to be over there on the right-hand side. Okay, so you can kind of see it peeking out right there on that left bench. Easy peasy. And I'm going to cheat. All right, on this one, we're actually going to putt down to the third platform. Consider the one we came off of first. This is second. Sometimes I get a good bounce. Not going to have it this time. And it's going to be in that little shrine down there on the next platform. So, shouldn't be too hard to get. It's right there. Let's say it shouldn't be too hard to get. Okay, so right there, see the 2 was too much of an angle to get in that little house. But a 3 with a very short ledge like this, it worked perfect. So that's the beauty of having club zone. If he ever did one of these where it was like you couldn't do that and they were anything, oh my God, I can imagine. Again, big ups to the developers though, because I've actually emailed those guys when we couldn't get that ring a few weeks ago, and they fixed it. And they, you know, fixed it with reloaded it for the next week, and then changed the challenge because it was impossible to get. So, still big ups to those guys. I mess around with some development and this, that, and the other, and sometimes it's just you're just like, yeah, I'm not fixing that. I don't care. Nothing on this hole, by the way, so we're just shooting for the gong. All right, 12. It's going to be right here in the tree. You can kind of see the edge of it right there. I'm terrible at this game, by the way. All right, so that's it on that one. There was one time I thought I kind of had this hole figured out, but I'm just really bad at it. I'm not a big fan of this map. I mean, like I say, I hate to say that right after I gave big ups to the developers, but like, and they really did get creative with this one with the animations and stuff. It just makes me angry that like you're trying to do this one for distance or for time is really frustrating if it's something super close, because you have no control over the animation stuff, distance or time wise. It just takes what it takes as far as time, and then distance, it's going to do what it does. So like I'm not a huge fan of that. And like the last hole, oh by the way, 13 is going to be, we're going to go down this thing here. The last hole too is like all that silly gravity stuff that's weird. Not a big fan of that, but whatever. I mean, again, I can appreciate the fact they took some risks on it. So from the green on this one, it's going to be right behind where you would have come off that little rampy poo there. It's right there on the ground, easy peasy. Oh, and I'm getting my distance thing too, so that's kind of cool. This one does not have one, so we're just going to 2 over. Um, 15? No, yeah. Oh, yeah. 15 is going to be on the actual run here. It's going to be as we get around to the other side. I'm not very good at this hole, by the way. All right, so once we get past this, the box of carrots there, present's right behind that. And to the hole we go. All right, 16. This was, I'm kind of embarrassed. This one took me so long too. It's going to be right underneath that fire holder up there on the left-hand side. So once you get over to this side, present's right there under the corner. I'm going to put around so you can see it better, but right there under one of the legs. And I think that said it was 13. 13 and 15 found. Okay, on 17, yeah, this one was super embarrassing too. I was looking all over inside and da-da-da. You just come up to the second platform here, right there in the corner. Done. Like I went all the way up into the temple up here, was looking around and thought it would be, something they did kind of cool in there. Nope, just right there on the path. Okay, and the last one, like I said, I've got a question about whether the gravity thing is going to screw me up or not. I don't think it will, but it's right there on the rafters from spawn. Nope, I'm just bad, that's all. There we go. That's all 15. So, while I'm making this last jump up here and all that, I'll go ahead and pitch the Patreon and the merch store. Started a Patreon. Really don't know what I'm doing with that, but if anybody wants to contribute, feel free. Also have a merchandise store. Very limited product in there, but if you wanted something designed, whatever, give me an idea, and I'll create it for you, and where you can actually get it on the merch store too. Both of those lines links are going to be in the description of all the newer videos, probably in the last, say, probably 2 or 3 weeks on any of my playlists. So feel free, do the like, subscribe thing, all that, blah blah blah. I know everybody gets tired of hearing that. It really does help. I'm really close to monetizing, so if anybody needs to go to school or work and want to click on a playlist and let it run for hours, hey, you're doing nothing but helping me. I'll give you some big ups. Just send me your name and I'll give you a shout out. Thanks for everybody's watching. Hope this helps somebody. Have a great night.